Various Philippine opposition groups have held multiple protests on the streets of Manila, calling on the House of Representatives to impeach Vice President Sara Duterte. CNA's Buena Bernal with this report.
A multi-sectoral effort from activists, labor and youth groups, clergymen, former military officers and former high-ranking government officials. They are calling for the impeachment of Vice President Sara Duterte. She's accused of misuse of millions of dollars in state funds. Friday's protests were held by various opposition groups at different venues and at different time instead of a centralized event, which could draw a larger crowd.
Factionalism has long been seen as part of the reason why the Philippines' opposition forces are unable to weaken the existing political establishment, which today comprises of allies of two political families, the Dutertes and the Marcoses.
I look at it as positive, showing or manifesting the individuality of the organizations and the plurality, the ideological plurality in our society. So what we need is to have a dialogue and to contact each other, to tame each other so that we can develop some sort of unity to confront the political dynasties that we have now.
It's so easy to be monolithic if you're just following one dictate, right? That's not the kind of society that everyone in this event right now would want. Think of this day as a starting point for all these various strands of political opposition coming together.
A group of clergymen and former high-ranking government officials are calling for an end to corruption. They've slammed President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. and Congress for the passage of the 2025 national budget that, among others, cut subsidies for the state's health insurer.
Impeach Sara now!
A youth group is calling to abolish confidential funds, which the vice president is accused of misusing. The Roman Catholic clergy and the country's middle class are largely seen as the backbone of successful Philippine political movements. Some 80% of the Philippines' population identified as Roman Catholics. It remains to be seen if a more vocal Catholic clergy will have any effect on the country's midterm elections this May, which will have allies of the well-entrenched Marcoses and Dutertes vying for key posts. Buena Bernal, CNA, Metro Manila.